like the video.
The rapper YG came out with this song called Tiffany. I believe it's a part of his latest album, and apparently it's about trans people. Some are saying it's the worst song they've ever heard about trans people. Other people are saying that it is peak storytelling. Today we're gonna listen together and get to the bottom of it. So yeah, prepare yourself. Here goes something.
Derapy.
All right, this is Tiffany by YG. Let's listen.
I got a story to tell. I got a story to tell.
He's got a story to tell.
Got a story to tell. I got a story to tell.
Very soft.
On this night, Chris met Tiffany. Tiffany was at the club wearing Tiffany. In the middle of the club, they played Central C. And that's how they met, I guess it's meant to be. Tiff came to the table, asked for a drink. Chris was like, you a baddie, so it's good with me. They went shot after shot as he lit the tree. Drinking like they ain't trying to have memory. When Future came on, she liked it, my song. Poppin' ass, Chris like, I gotta get her home. Cardi B came on, she started showing thong. Like Ed with a tongue out, she in that mole. Chris in that zone, he was tryna roll. Drunk off the lick, he was tryna score. His homies wasn't ready though. His homie met a bitch with ass that wiggle like jelly though. So they stayed, more liquor got chased. Drunk and high, they was in the days. Chris like whatever Tiff want, okay. Tiff thinking like I found my bed. And this chick that Chris knew walked up. Tiff knew it too, but Tiff tried to hide her face. She looking at Chris like don't do it. Tiff looking at the bitch kinda sideways. That shit getting weird, shit getting weird. Chris see, but he drunk, his vision barely clear. Tiff like, let's go, let's get out of here. Chris drunk, if he drive, he probably hit a deer. Fuck you, bitch. Nah, bitch, fuck you. Nah, bitch, both you bitches back the fuck up. Nah, both you bitches tripping back the fuck.
I think that it's kind of funny that YG is using his own voice to portray like these women fighting, and I guess that like the woman that is not Tiffany is, I guess, trying to expose the fact that maybe Tiffany is a trans person. I think that's what we're implying. Anyways, my feeling so far on this track is that it is incredibly somber and low-key, even though we're talking about like a club scene. We're talking about two people kind of getting to know each other, maybe getting a little flirt on. This Chris and this Tiffany character. It sounds very, very sad and monotone. No flow switches, nothing crazy, nothing too unconventional, but let's continue with the track.
All the commotion made him sober up. They told him his hoes was fighting in the club. Chris like, nigga, fight for what? That one my hoe, we ain't never fuck. His homie like, I don't know this shit a dub, but the bitch was for sure trying to tell you something. Huh? Nigga, tell me what? Shit, I don't know. No, nigga, tell me what? Then Chris like, fuck that, we gone. With Tiffany, tell her ass, come on, come on. We got a long drive home, so they walked to the car with her ass to fill on. But in the car, they ain't even speak. Soon as Tiffany got in, she fell asleep. Chris driving laid back in his seat. Thinking, how he finna beat them cheeks. Thinking, she ain't know she met a freak. Finna get his girl all technique. Then he pulled up to a street. Woke Tiffany up like we.
Okay, time out. I just recently discovered that over 66% of people that listen to my show are younger than me. So I feel like it's my responsibility to tell you this. If you find somebody that you like, enjoy their company at the club, and you are thinking about going home with them, you know, one night stand thing, or you want to continue a relationship with them or whatever. If they are drunk or tired to the point where they fall asleep in your car, maybe you should consider like not fantasizing about like the things you're gonna do to them when you get them back to your place. Like before we even get to the whole like trans and sexuality conversation or whatever, like I think this is already a sign of somebody that like doesn't have a great view of women and how to, you know, initiate sexual contact with them. Let's assume that YG is responsible for the writing of this entire song. I think the way that he portrays Chris in this situation is already bad off rip. The girls in his, well, I mean, first of all, I mean, let's just put aside for a moment the way that we're referring to these women and just talk about the fact that, you know, he's taking this chick home who he clearly doesn't know very well, and she's passed out drunk in his car, and he's like, I can't wait to get home, beat them cheeks. Weird already, but let's continue.
This why I live, girl. It's a giving and I'm here to give, girl. Yeah, give you something in your ribs, girl. Cause I've been waiting all night for this, girl. Come a little closer, give me a kiss, girl. Damn, you look good biting on your lips, girl. Super thick, put his hands on her hips like, do you know how to dry stick, girl? Kissing and touching, kissing and touching. 3 in the morning, so Chris was rushing. Chris put his pants down, she was blushing. She was rubbing on his woody. He like, is it creamy, is it pudding? Off with her clothes, he was pulling. She like, wait, I got something to tell you. What? I'm a trans woman. What?
Okay, so we're all over homegirl. We're kissing, we're touching, biting lips, clothes are coming off, and Tiffany stops him and says, just so you know, I'm a trans woman. And now we're going to get this character, Chris's reaction. Oh, long instrumental pause here.
I'm a trans woman.
Okay.
You motherfucker, bring your bitch, where the fuck you going? Bring your motherfucking ass in right now, bitch. You said you was a motherfucking what? Please, I'm sorry. Fuck your sorry. You disrespectful motherfucker. You disrespectful motherfucker.
Okay.
Bitch, you had your motherfucking time, bitch. You had your fucking time.
Okay, okay, all right. I could see the issue already. I have not listened to this song all the way through before. I've just heard like bits of it and bits of discourse. So Chris gets Tiffany home. They're getting it on. She says, just so you know, I'm a trans woman. And his reaction is immediately violent. Just violent. Now, the show's called Derapy. I'm going to be vulnerable with you all. Let's say hypothetically I was in this situation. Let's say I was in college, it's like a decade ago or whatever. I meet a girl out at a party or whatever, take her back to my place, and she's like, just so you know, I'm a trans woman. I would be like, what? Okay. Wow. Okay. Listen, hey, I'm sorry. I don't know if I want to continue hooking up with you. I'm sorry. I'm not really into, it's just not my thing. That's, I think, probably how I would handle the situation. It would probably be very hurtful to the person. I would laugh. I would be shocked. I'd be questioning myself and questioning everything about me, everything that happened in my life leading up to that point. But my instinct wouldn't be to do physical harm to this person. But let's try and give the benefit of the doubt and listen to the story that he's trying to tell. I don't feel like this song is going in a great direction, but who knows? Let's let him finish the story.
Got voices in my head telling me to leave him dead. I was talking about that got money on his head. Fuck that, I'm trying to walk down my man's tonight. Click, clack, bow, might pull me a trigger. Just like that, bow, murder me a nigga. 2, 3 shells making holes bigger than I.
Okay, this is bad. The song's officially not good. So we have this beat switch, and the beat switch is like, just sonically speaking, it's good. I believe it's supposed to, it's more upbeat. It's supposed to be a bit catchy. But the problem is, after we already have this person lashing out, crashing out over the fact that they just found out this person is trans, then we have what I believe is supposed to be a chorus, and he's like, voices in my head are telling me to kill them. Op's talking about they got money on his head. Fuck that, I'm trying to walk down my mans tonight. So we're referring to them as a man, even though they're a trans woman. Cool. Click, clack, bow might pull me a trigger. Just like that, bow, murder me a nigga. I think that fantasizing about literally killing a trans woman because she just told you that she's trans is not good. Not good. Not a good place to be. Not a comfortable place that I'm in listening to the song and talking about it. But look, some art is supposed to make you uncomfortable. Again, I'm going to try and let him land. But if I was a trans person, I would be like, why are you trying to make a bop out of this song about murdering a trans woman? I don't really see the appeal there. I don't really get that, but let's continue.
Tonight, See, you done fucked up and crossed the line. You done fucked up and you ain't got no more time. You done fucked up, yeah, you and your lies. See, you 35 and finna meet this 45. Hey, the Jesus in me is saying take it slow, but the demon in me is saying take your soul. Tonight I think the Jesus in me is gone, so the demon in me is finna take control. I'm in a pickup truck with the shovel and a black flat, 21 shells plus, bust nigga blackjack. You did wrong and still alive, I'm finna get at that. If the cops put me over, they gon' catch me in the act. Gripping on his Glock while I'm sweating in my palms, getting closer to my soon-to-be victim and he's calm. Pressing on the gas as I cite for some songs. I got voices in my head.
Okay, yeah, this is terrible. So you would expect at some point we would get some level of introspection at this point. The song's like 7 minutes. We're probably like 4 or 5 minutes into it. And this entire verse is literally just him rapping about, again, just killing this trans woman for literally just being trans. Like that's it. See, you're 35 and you're gonna meet this 4-5.
4-5.
Okay? The Jesus in me is saying take it slow. I guess he's saying, like, you know, God is telling him to like slow down, relax, I guess. But the demon in me is saying take your soul. Tonight I think Jesus in me is gone. So the demon is I'm finna take control. Okay. So he's talking about having a shovel in the back. We're making like an early 2000s Eminem type track, going into great detail about how we're going to like end somebody's life, and their only crime is simply telling them that they're a trans woman. And I just don't really see the benefit in this song so far, besides like scaring trans people. It's like, hey, this is what'll happen if you don't tell somebody the moment you meet them that you're trans. You might go home with them and they might literally kill you. This feels genuinely harmful. I kind of hate it. I'm still gonna finish the song though, because I don't know. Some part of me wants to say, like, maybe at the end of the song, YG will be like, I realize why all those thoughts are terrible, and anybody that feels that way is like a bad person, but I highly doubt that's what's gonna happen. I'm actually skipping ahead a little bit because the chorus is repeated, and there's nothing special about the chorus being repeated. It's just, you know, click, clack, bow, gonna kill this trans person. Here is verse 2 from part 2 of this track.
As he drug his ass from up under the car, fucked up his jaw, teeth missing and all. Fuck her all, fuck you pleading, fuck me seeing the law. Fuck me being the reason you'll be eating out of straw. I'm trying to be the reason you ain't breathing at all. Yeah, I gotta be the reason you ain't breathing at all. All I'm seeing in my head is you leading me on, and for that you finna be dead right here on this farm. Master manipulator, acting like a hoe. You should've let me know the disrespect is bold. You really let me, I was taking off my clothes. I cannot live with this shit, you gotta go. Then he grabbed a Glock 4-5, put in a clip, cocked and heard it click, pointed to her face and everything switched. He like, man, I can't do this to a bitch. What would you do if you was Chris?
What would I do if I was Chris? I wouldn't shoot a woman in the face. What the fuck? I'm sorry. I've been trying to be chill. This entire verse is just him talking about how this Chris character feels led on and manipulated. But here's the funny thing. They actually weren't deceived. They weren't manipulated at all. You weren't tricked. There is no like deep, dark secret. You met somebody in a club. You found them attractive. You saw their physical features and you were like, this is a person that I would like to touch. Like, that's just how you felt. And you are going to kill somebody because you found them attractive and you found out they were trans later. I think that this does highlight a really big issue that I'm sure a lot of men may also feel. And maybe YG is like, I bet that if you were a person that was kissing on a chick and then you found out that they were trans, you probably would feel this way too. No, I wouldn't. But I think that maybe there are a lot of other young men that would feel this way. But we still haven't gotten to the point where he's like, this is not a good thing to do. He's simply asking, what would you do in this situation? I'm pretty sure everybody listening to this song is not in a position where they feel like they would have to literally murder somebody's child, you know? Everybody has a mother and a father, okay? Everybody is a friend to somebody. We all went to school, had former teachers. This person matters to people. And you're talking about literally ending their life's journey because you couldn't tell they were trans when you met them. And they actually did you the solid of telling you before both of you were completely naked. So the chorus plays again, voices in my head telling me to leave him dead, money on his head, click, clack, bow again. Now, here is the last verse. Let's see if he somehow cleans this up or if it does turn out to just be one of the worst songs that I've ever heard.
Tonight, he like, bitch, I should kill you. Man, bitch, I don't even know who the real you. That's why I'm finna drill you. Heart full of hate. Anything you wanna say before I let this Glock spray? They said, see, this the reason I ain't say shit. I'm scared of the violence. I don't know how you was gonna take it. I know it ain't an excuse. I know it ain't gonna change shit. This situation is strange, but let me explain it. I struggle with identity and fear being judged. The truth never set you free. I knew it at the end in some blood. My jaw fucked up and you got me laying in this mud. I'm they, I'm them. Not a girl, not a stud. I just wanna be loved. You put your gun, got me nervous. Selfish of me, I knew I was self-serving. But let me go, I believe in God. I'm worth it. Please don't do it, I'm not perfect.
Okay, that's actually how the song ends. All right. It never gets better. He like, bitch, I should kill you. Man, bitch, man, bitch. I don't even know who the real you. Anything you want to say before I let this Glock spray? So I guess this is basically saying like, oh, this person is, Chris is going to kill this trans woman. And the trans woman is like, see, this is why I didn't say anything, because, there are people out here that are like you that would literally kill me for it. And then they say, I know it ain't an excuse. I know it ain't gonna change shit. This situation, the strangest, let me explain it. It's not really that strange of a situation. I struggle with identity and fear being judged. But the way that they were portraying this person in the club, it didn't seem like they weren't confident in themselves. They were out, they were dancing, they were having a good time. They even agreed to go home with a guy. My jaw fucked up and you got me laying in this mud. I'm they, I'm them, not a girl, not a stud. But they're not they or them. They're a woman. She's a woman. I just want to be loved. You pointing your gun got me nervous. Selfish of me. I knew I was self-serving. So we literally end this song by saying that the trans woman was in the wrong. She's selfish and self-serving because the moment he flirted with her, she wasn't like, hey, whoa, I'm trans. Like, that shouldn't be the responsibility, at least in my opinion. If you happen to be trans, you can tell me in the comments, please. I think that this song is not just bad and not just harmful. It also makes YG genuinely sound like a transphobic idiot. The definition of, any type of phobia is that you are scared of something, scared of a concept or a person or a thing. And this song comes off as somebody that not only doesn't understand trans people at all, but also thinks it's appropriate to create a 7-minute track that is literally all about just killing a trans person and never takes the time to even tell you that the guy is wrong. He's just like, if you were Chris, what would you do? Not kill a person. I am shocked by how bad this is. And I think it's even more sad that there are people that have listened to this song and they're like, wow, what great storytelling.
Why?
There's no real storytelling. Like, there's nothing like really particularly in depth about this song. It's just guy meets girl, guy finds girl attractive, guy takes girl home, girl says I'm trans, guy wants to shoot her in the face, and then she has to admit that she's in the wrong, she's selfish, she was being self-serving, she was being deceptive and manipulative, and that's the only way, I don't know, maybe she doesn't die, but let me go, I believe in God, I'm worth it. She's like begging for her life and saying that she's not perfect. I think that this is one of the worst songs that I've ever heard. I think that it paints YG in a terrible light. I think that this is one of those situations where he's like, you wouldn't believe this thing that happened to my friend. I think that something like this may have happened to YG. Or maybe, I don't know, maybe there's a woman in his life that, you know what? Okay, let me look it up. Okay, I did a little bit of research, and he says that the narrative, quote unquote, just so happens to be one of my homies' situations, and this friend wanted YG to tell the story through his music. So you have a friend that literally almost killed a trans woman because he took her home and didn't know she was trans, and you're like admitting that, dude, what the fuck? Bad song. Not really good at all. In fact, really quite terrible. I was talking to some people in our members only Discord. You can join for $1. I was talking to some people about this, and I was talking about this experience that I had with a friend of mine who I'm not going to call out today, but we were watching, or rather we were talking about the show Euphoria, and one of the people in that show is Hunter Schafer. Now, when I started watching Euphoria, I didn't know that Hunter Schafer, who plays the character Jules, I didn't know that Jules was a trans person. So when I was watching the show, I was just like, oh, Jules is pretty. This is a pretty person. They seem like a lovely young lady. And then I found out, however, came across the information that Jules, the character that plays her, is a trans woman. And I was like, oh, well, I mean, still pretty, you know? That's like what I think a normal person's reaction would be. But my friend did not feel this way. He felt bamboozled. He was baffled. He was in disbelief. He was like, because he also found Jules, Hunter Schafer, to be like pretty, like attractive. And he found out that they were trans, and he's like, no, there's no way. I just can't believe it. I just, you know, he's like having a bit of a crisis, you know, and he might hear this, and, you know, I'm not mad at him, but I just think it's like very indicative of this like kind of internalized issue that a lot of men face. Like, they can't accept the fact that they found somebody attractive because they have like the same equipment downstairs that they do. And, you know, I get it. Like, I understand why you feel this way, but it's okay. Like, that doesn't change. Like, if you look at somebody in the face and they're like pretty, and then you find out they're trans, you can't just like retroactively be like, no, actually they have quite a unattractive face. I didn't enjoy looking at it at all. It doesn't make any sense. But it seems like YG, and probably, to be fair, many other young men probably see it as some type of attack on them. Honestly, hold on. Let me scratch this. Here's the main point I'm trying to get across. Transphobia in men is actually a byproduct of just homophobia, because if you find a trans woman attractive and you in your mind believe that that's actually a man, then you also are basically saying to yourself that you found a man attractive, which means that you're gay, and you can't be gay. Being gay, but I'm a man, I like women. So that's where this anger and this violent instinct comes from, because you basically feel like you were tricked into like a gay episode. And YG is talking about that situation on this song. This guy was basically tricked into a gay experience. His friend, YG, says that this is a real life friend that this happened to, which is kind of funny. That, I mean, the situation isn't funny, obviously, because are you telling me that your friend actually beat the shit out of a trans woman and stuck a gun in her face? Like, are you fucking kidding me? That's insane. Why would you say that happened? The funny part of it is that YG thought he could do this song and just like people wouldn't find it to be a problem, because obviously it's not good, and I don't think it helps anybody. Now, I do think that one positive thing that comes from the track is that a person like me that's like well-adjusted can make a podcast episode or YouTube video that hopefully, God willing, 1,000 people will hear, and they'll come away from it like, oh, maybe you shouldn't have that reaction. Or, oh, that's why people feel this way about trans people. Like, that's the positive that can come from it. But the song on its own is not good, and it has no replay value because it's gross. And it's just somebody fantasizing about murdering a trans person, beating them, threatening them, making them feel shame for who they are. Like, it's disgusting. But tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me how you feel in the comment section. You know, as long as you're not being like legitimately hateful or bigoted, I'm not gonna, you know, throw you out or publicly shame you or anything. I think that it's a conversation that's worth having. As somebody that was a victim of watching the Boondocks growing up, I know what it's like to grow up thinking that, you know, being gay or being trans is weird or nasty or wrong. But then, you know, like, I grew up, and it's sad that there are people that are YG's age, and he still has friends that are at his big age, mid-late 30s, 40s even, that are out here talking about killing trans people because they feel like they were tricked. And that's gross and sad, and it makes me feel bad for trans people. But yeah, that's all I got for this episode. I look forward to healthy civil discourse in the comment section. This video specifically is obviously not going to be monetized because I played basically the whole song because I wanted to make sure that I was doing my due diligence. The only reason I'm able to put time and energy and effort into episodes like this knowing that they won't be monetized is because of channel members. So shout out to Gordon FRMN 1998, Westside Media 510, Xavier 8541, Purgatory Spud 3263. Shout out Anna with a camera, Baby Derp, welcome back. XL Moody LX 9673, Light Brown Recluse, welcome back. Great to see you. Join that baby money tier. Shout out Crash Theater. Shout out Iris the Spooky Cat. Shout out Andy Eisen 4230. Shout out Chewy Luciano. Shout out Anna Whisper. Shout out Quinn of Jade. Shout out Saladudler. Yeah. Thank you all for joining the channel. If you join the channel and become a member between now and the next episode, you will get a shout out. So yeah, love you, mean it, spread the bread, and enjoy the outro by Kid Rohan.
Look, wait, all these losses feel like Derek. Tell me, baby, have you ever felt like Derek? If I pull up on the side, they embarrassed. Who gon' take that flame? I'ma carry it. Yeah, and I'm confident, not arrogant. I don't wanna be there again. I'm talking failure. I'm talking down on my dick for a hater. Have you felt like Derek? Contemplate it all. And I chill with my friends when I do these walks on a Discord call. Never stop, never stall. Never been nobody else. It's me and my apartment, myself. It's just me and my loan, me and my phone, me and this fridge and this stove that someone left out my apartment. So I still gotta target it. Tell me, baby, where did you start, Cause I'm tryna get it started. Yeah. All these losses feel like Derek. Tell me, baby, have you ever felt like Derek?